what are you doing here?
Oh, I broke into your house.
Why did you do that?
It's none of your business, Larry. Don't worry about it.
Alright, whatever. Since you're here, do you want to play?
Not really.
Why? Is it because of my shirt? It's because I'm wearing a simple black shirt? You don't like it?
No, it's not the black shirt.
You know what? I'll be right back. Alright, so what do you think?
That's a sick shirt. Where'd you get it?
Well, I got this shirt from intotheam.com, where they have a lot of really cool graphic tees like the one I'm wearing. They also have a deal where you can buy 3 graphic tees for only $60. And if you're not into graphic tees, they also have basic t-shirts that are really high quality. And honestly, this is one of the most comfortable t-shirts I've ever worn. You can buy 3 of those for $49.95. And they have a Cyber Monday deal. If you shop on November 26th to December 4th, you get 30% off of the entire store. On top of that, if you use my code LarryLurr at checkout, you get an additional 10% off. That is one of the best deals you'll probably get, and you're going to be saving a lot of money if you buy between those days. So, now that you know where I got it, do you want to play now?
Nah, I don't want to play against Falco.
So for today's video, what I will be doing is making a DLC tier list. Some of them are really good, some of them aren't, so they're not all made equally, but I'm not basing it off of how good they are, I'm basing it off of how ridiculous their mechanics are, how DLC they are. Are you actually getting what you're paying for? As you can see here, I've made tiers, so there's a 0 tier, probably should not be paying for this. And then there's the $10.99 tier. DLC is $5.99, so you're definitely getting a bang for your buck. If you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like as well as subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100K subs by the end of the year, so your sub will be greatly appreciated. And also let me know, what do you think the tiers are going to be like? Like, what do you think is going to be put where? But anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to do this in order. And the first DLC character we got was Piranha Plant. Where the hell is Piranha Plant? Am I blind? I'm putting Piranha Plant in the 0 tier. Like, okay, hear me out, guys, hear me out. Yes, Patui is a really good move, but would you really call it DLC? Look at Piranha Plant's side special, right? The smoke cloud, it does a lot of damage, but is that actually DLC? I feel like it would be DLC if it made the opponent flinch. That's all I'm saying, Next up, Joker. Where do you guys think Joker will be? This might be the one that divides my Twitch chatters and my YouTube comments. The $7.99 tier. Hear me out, guys, hear me out. I think Joker has some pretty ridiculous things. He has an infinite that I think is like, you know, you're not really going to do consistently, but he does have it. Gun is one of the most ridiculous moves in the game. He has phenomenal movement, etc, etc. He has Arsene. The reason why I don't have him in the $10.99 tier, well, Arsene is like a pretty solid comeback mechanic. I feel like in some situations it backfires. Like, let's say you're off stage with Arsene. It's so much easier to get 2-frame, stuff like that. The other thing is, I feel like he's not like an easy mode character. Like, let's be real. The top jokers are MKLeo and Zachary, and then after that there's like a huge fall off. I think Joker has some pretty crazy things, but I don't think it's like $10.99 crazy. And you'll see. Like, once we get to the $10.99 characters, well, there's going to be one character in $10.99 you guys aren't going to agree with. I feel like there's going to be one, but yeah, we'll get to that. Next character is Hero. Where do you guys think Hero will be? $10.99. Again, people are going to be pissed. This is not a list of who's actually good. Clearly, Joker is better than Hero. Is Joker more DLC than Hero? No, absolutely not. Hero wins by accident sometimes. Let's be real. Don't argue with me. I can't even say it right. You would literally win by accident with this character sometimes. You're rolling the dice. I've seen heroes kill players at 0%. And you can't say you earned it. You absolutely didn't. You paid for that. Pull up a menu and you just get 4 choices. 4 of those choices could be absolutely broken. Sometimes they're not. Also, Hero has the best projectile in the game in menu. Kaboom. That move is stupid. And he has Hocus Pocus. Yeah, Hocus Pocus. You can randomly just become invincible because you can get a star and become giant. And his smash attacks randomly crit. You cannot tell me that you're not paying for that. All right, next character, Banjo. Banjo is a 99 cents ass character. Saved by side B? Okay, listen, Banjo would be 299 if he could side B unlimitedly. He might even be 599, honestly, if he could just do unlimited side special. The fact that he's limited to 5, that's a discount. This character is discount DLC. Banjo has an infinite, right? He has an infinite, but it's like inhuman to do. It's like physically not possible for a human to do. He does have like these DLC things. They're not expanded upon. Yeah, next character, Terry. Where does Terry go? Terry is $7.99. This character is nuts. He's a fighting game character, but he's very mobile, which is like already frightening. He has DLC damage output without having like anything too difficult to do. I don't know how else to explain it. Auto cancel power dunk is also stupid. It's like positive, or not positive, but it's like very safe on shield. I need to show you guys something really quick. We need to go to ultimate frame data so you can look at his neutral air. You cannot tell me this was not more than you paid for. Look at that neutral air. Why, like, he's doing like a karate chop with his hand. Why is it like this big? This can confirm into like so many things. And also his down air, which is a spike. If you don't get a spike, it doesn't matter. I've seen so many people kill without the spike hitbox. It's nuts. Show forward tilt. Oh yeah, forward tilt's also just nuts. I mean, this is a sword move basically. Look how safe it is on shield. DLC. Let's talk about Go. Like once he gets to a certain percent, he just has unlimited like supers. Like what? Why? That's not even in King of Fighters. They have meter. For a character that's like not supposed to have that great of a recovery, his recovery is actually really good. If you know how to space your recovery, you can't, or most characters can't 2-frame it. So there's that. Terry's just nuts. I think that's it. There's not much else to touch on. The final Fighter Pass 1 character, the character that pretty much pissed off that pissed off the Smash community for a brief period of time because they closed out with him. Byleth. Where do you guys think that Byleth will go on the DLC tier list? I think Byleth is $2.99. Byleth doesn't really have any super crazy DLC things. Obviously he has stupid things. I'm not saying he doesn't have stupid things, but the things he has, I wouldn't say is like, I feel like it's like a gimmick. The most DLC thing that Byleth has is their recovery. That's it. The recovery is nuts. But aside from that, it's like, yeah, Byleth kills early, but it's like, so do other characters. You gotta work and space harder than you would think regarding that. It's very cheesy, but it's not as DLC as you would think, you know? I feel like it's more cheesy than DLC. It's a better way to put it. Fighter Pass 2, Min Min. Where do you guys think Min Min's going? $7.99. Min Min's the character that I probably like debated on the most, like whether to put them in $10.99 or $7.99. I think Min Min is a $7.99 character. Arms are pretty nuts. When your opponent's off stage, your ability to 2-frame is pretty insane. Slash edge guard, that's nuts. Like why does Min Min have a reflector on an up smash? Her up smash is like similar frame data to the Fox's, by the way, except it's like it has less end lag, so there's also that, and it hits higher, I believe. Tend to like overlook this, but whenever Min Min successfully gets a grab, she gets her arm powered up, which is just like, why can she power up her arm that's already like insanely good? It's very DLC. But the reason why I feel like Min Min's not a $10.99 character is her recovery and like just the fact that she can get juggled super hard, I feel like kind of puts her out of that category. Like her flaws are pretty exploitable, I feel like. For example, Hero's flaws are exploitable as well, but Hero can just always randomly win. That's why he's a $10.99 character. Dude, I'm just thinking about this. Imagine if freaking Yugi Moto played Hero. He would never lose. He would have the heart of the cards on his side. It would be done. Dude, yeah, he would top deck menu every time. He would have the right option. Yeah, next character, Steve. Do I even need to ask? Yeah, you guys already know. Make a new tier. Nah, he's $10.99. Not much to say. Block is arguably the best move in the game. Like that alone should like kind of explain everything. That move does so much for Steve. He can literally just make it so he doesn't interact with people. So that's pretty insane. Steve also, I would say Steve also has like his own comeback factor. Like with Diamond and the Golden Minecart, the Golden Rails Minecart, it's pretty nuts. It's like, it's actually insane. Yeah, and Steve's combo game's also insane. Like he just has all these things going for him. Up tilt and up air is, I don't know why they designed that move to be the way it is. This is the only reason why I don't have Steve in like his own tier. The resources and stuff are very essential. You can kind of mess up Steve by them not having the resources they need, you know? It's a flaw. It's not like a huge flaw, but it is a flaw. Okay, next character, Sephiroth. So with Sephiroth, I was thinking of putting him in 299 with Byleth. Obviously, he has his flaws, but he has some very, very, very DLC things. He has a giant ass sword. His sword can literally stab through the stage. That's nuts. He has one of the best counters in the game. Is it called Scintilla or whatever, however you say that? That counter is nuts. He has one winged angel. When he goes into that mode, has insane buffs. He has mobility buff, damage buff. His moves become safer on shield. Gets an extra double jump. I feel like with Sephiroth, in terms of like the DLC compartment, you're getting what you paid for. Is he worse than some of the characters on the list? Yes, but you know, in terms of DLC factor, you're getting what you paid for, I think. Let's go on to the next character, Pyra Mythra. So I'm gonna do two things. First, I'm going to put Pyra Mythra together, and then I'll do them individually. Together, another 599 character. Some of you might be mad because they're very good. You know, clearly Sephiroth is worse than them. But in terms of DLC things, they're very tamed. They don't really have like anything too crazy. I mean, I guess you can argue they're two characters, so that in itself is very DLC. You know what? Maybe I'll put them here. I'll put them here actually. I feel like because they're two characters in one, that already is very DLC, but then you add in the fact that Mythra has foresight. Yeah, that's very DLC. Pyra also is like pretty nuts. Pyra also has crazy range and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very, very DLC. I think Mythra is 599 because you have to remember this, guys. Mythra is only a single character. She has foresight and good frame data. Like the good frame data is not like that DLC. It's just like there's a lot of characters that have good frame data. That her grab is really good too. Her damage output isn't like that crazy. Her kill power is not that crazy. Foresight's by far the most DLC thing she has. And the recovery's bad, yeah. I think Pyra individually is just a 99-cent DLC character. Honestly. The two most DLC things about her are her down air and her side special. Neutral B is kind of DLC, but if you know how to deal with it, it's not that bad. Her up special is also like, it's strong, but it's a gimmick. People just don't know how to deal with the gimmick. Not that DLC. She's really strong, but it's as far as I would go. Dare is pretty crazy. But you know who else has a crazy down air? Ivysaur. I think Ivysaur down air is still pretty nuts. Enough talk about that. Let's go on to the next DLC character, which is Kazuya Mishima. Do I even need to ask? I was thinking of putting Kazuya in like his own tier of DLC because he has, oh my god. Do you guys want me to list everything he has? Actually, you know what? We're doing this. This man is $12.99. He's definitely the most DLC character you can have in Ultimate, in my opinion. Let's list off everything that Kazuya has. Let's list off everything. He has Tough Guy, or I'm gonna call it Tough Boy because it's not as good as Bowser's, but he has that. He has like a special input dash where he has intangibility. He has like intangibility on like most of his moves. Like literally, he's intangible on more moves than he's not, which is nuts to think about. He has super armor on his smash attacks, guaranteed 0 death combo if you don't mess up. He has Electric Wind Godfist, which is like one of the most, it's like the best combo starter you can have, basically. He has absurd kill power. He has the strongest reflecting multiplier in the game. That's he has more than that too. He has an okay recovery for like what he can do. He has an okay recovery, or he's like one of the heaviest characters in the game, so he's like pretty difficult to kill. To top all of that off, he has a comeback mechanic. Why does he have a comeback mechanic? People may not know this, but like when he's in his rage mode, he actually does more damage. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think about. And then on top of that, like that rage move he has is like super strong and kills incredibly early. And he can combo in the grab. More people need to know this. Jab, jab, grab is guaranteed with Kazuya. But yeah, crazy character. Kazuya just has so many things. Last but not least, Sora. Where do you guys think Sora goes? I think Sora is $5.99. So two things to keep in mind. Sora's counter is stupid. It's like one of the dumbest counters because he literally just takes you out of your animation and attacks you. So there's that. His combo game is stupid. It's just that like right now the Sora players aren't consistent with it, but like Nair 1-2 loops and Fair 1-2 loops are like an actual thing. Like what? Why does he have that? It's not like it's humanly impossible. It's just that like currently the Sora players aren't very good at it. Recovery wise, he can make it back super far. So that in itself, I would say is pretty DLC. His up air is like Corrin's, but better. His neutral B is DLC just because of how annoying it is. It's just obnoxious. Do I think Sora's up air is better than Corrin's? Yes, I think Sora's up air is better than Corrin's. It's not even low key. Sora's up air is like actually just better than Corrin's. It's nuts. That is it, guys. That is the DLC list. Once again, let me know in the comments what you think of it. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And don't forget to subscribe. Help me get to 100K subs. I'd really appreciate it. Help me, please. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.